All right, welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andre. This is Yup, I Said It. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, let's jump right in. So when you see the panic from the left continually, like day by day, this is when you know that it's over. It's just a wrap. I'm sorry, it's over. If you're watching this video and you are a left-wing activist, I'm sorry. We're enjoying your liberal tears right now. That's just what's happening. But several great things have happened. We're going to celebrate them, and we're not going to stop celebrating. From now until November, we're going to celebrate every single W. It's been a long 4 years with Joe Biden in office. It's been pretty rough. But we're enjoying this because, the lies have they've hurt our spirits. Okay, the lies have hurt our spirits, really. All right, so we're very spiritual people, the people that are conservative. It's very difficult for us to deal with the lies and the cheating, the stealing, and what have you. All the shenanigans from the left. We're just tired of it. We're absolutely sick of it, and we're not tired of watching you cry about it, though. We want to see you cry about it. We want to see you break down in tears, so we can get salt from your tears. That's what we want to do, because we don't like all the things that you've been doing for the last 3 years. All right. So when we have win after win after win, it's time to celebrate, right? We wouldn't celebrate too hard because we don't underestimate our opponent. But the celebration is in order, all right? Trump actually got a little bit of immunity from the Supreme Court today, which was really good news. We're not out of the woods yet, but he does have some immunity. They're saying that he's going to be a king, all right, King Trump. They want to call him King Trump. We don't look at it like that. We're just looking at this like justice is being done in a fair way. That's all. All right. Trump hasn't abused any of his powers as far as I'm concerned. I've watched this whole thing for the last 3.5, 4 years, and I haven't seen Trump. He didn't even curse. Maybe curse once or twice, but he didn't even get so angry that he cursed. I would have not done well with that. Okay, it's hard for me to hold back as it is. Anyway, so. They're losing their minds over this court case. They're losing their minds about everything. But Joe Biden is losing support. I got a couple of clips to show you guys today. And they're going to be enjoyable, okay? The first one here is from Joy Reid, all right? It looks like she might be on crack, but I don't know. I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me because I've been around a lot of crackheads when I was younger. It looks like she's on crack. I could be wrong. I'm just saying this is what it looks like to me. But she's losing her mind. She looks like she's actually going insane. All right. And this is because the Democrat Party has been an epic failure. But they want to replace the justices in the Supreme Court. We all know that. But it's just not going to happen. I want you to enjoy some of these liberal tears from Joy Reid.
This election is no longer about the old guy that's in the White House now. All the op-ed pages and the New York Times can run around and opine about, what Joe Biden should do. And, y'all have fun with that. Enjoy yourselves, intellectual thought leaders. I no longer care. Doesn't matter to me anymore. It's above me now. It's above me now. There's a Waffle House next door. There's a Best Western next door as well. It's above me now. It's above Joe Biden now. Don't care about Joe Biden's age, infirmity, that he shuffle when he walk. I don't care. He could be seated for the rest of from now to election day and never get up off a chair. He could sit down. He could roll around in a wheelchair. He could be on a skateboard, seated. I don't care. Donald John Trump cannot be allowed back into the White House, because if you combine that madman with this court, two of whose members are insurrectionists one of whom flew an upside down flag at his home and blamed it on his wife, who's also crazy. The other of whom's wife literally was part of the insurrection. And they ruled in this. They put themselves in the Leonard Leo 6. They went ahead and ruled on this with no shame. You combine this court, two of whose members are going to immediately resign, and put 30-year-olds in there, including probably the guy who wrote the opinion in the Beaters case, meaning that Beaters should be able to get machine guns, which, by the way, they have now arrogated to themselves the power to decide all federal rules. Everything, whether your plane that you fly in is safe, how much carbon can be in the atmosphere, how much filth can be in your water. They said agencies that have experts can't decide that. They will decide that. So they are kings. and Trump is king. You put him in the White House, combined with this court and a Republican House and Senate, We're done, y'all. All the rights that were won in the 20th century, the hard-earned rights of women, laborers, workers, the rights of children. Remember, child labor used to be legal. The rights of black folks, forget that. The rights of non-white immigrants, forget that. All of the 20th, they are trying to repeal the entire 20th century, and they're doing it fast.
Now, the next clip here, MSNBC took a much more subtle approach. They look pretty professional. They didn't look like they were strung out on drugs, but they still showed some inside liberal tears. You know, the ones that they cry on the inside, where they want to cry on the outside, but they hold it in on the inside. Because Justice Sotomayor wants Trump to look like the Bond villain, she has to paint a picture to make Trump look like he would be doing some killings and some deleting people after this ruling. He was going to be able to do that. Just goes back to my point. You know, they weaponize the entire justice system against Donald Trump. When he gets a ruling in his favor, somewhat in his favor, they just protect him, basically with his presidential immunity. They still have an epic meltdown when it's just fair. These people will never do the right things. Don't you see that? I hope that America understands that the left will never do the right things. They just don't. As a matter of fact, they are hell-bent on doing the wrong things that'll destroy all of us. Okay? Like literally. Yeah, nuclear weapons out there in Cuba, on the coast of Florida. Like, this is crazy. They will never do the right things in our country, guys. And if we let them get a majority, yeah, they will destroy everything. As you got Hollywood actors and actresses like Taraji P. Henson on BET complaining about women's rights and complaining about not getting paid that much when she lives in California, one of the most expensive places on the planet. And it's all their fault. Like the high taxes, and that comes from your liberal government. So they don't even get it. They don't get what's going on. So yes, they will destroy us without even knowing it. And they'll say that they've been trying to do the right thing. It's wild, man. So listen to MSNBC cry their tears on the inside. Let's enjoy them together.
I've read it about 6 times. I can't get through it without having all the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I'm going to read it again. The President of the United States is the most powerful person in the country and possibly the world. When he uses his official powers in any way under the majority's reasoning, he now will be insulated from criminal prosecution. Orders the Navy SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival? Immune. Organizes a military coup to hold on to power? Immune. Takes a bribe in exchange for a pardon? Immune, 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 immune. Even if these nightmare scenarios never play out, and I pray they never do, the damage has been done. The relationship between the president and the people he serves has shifted irrevocably. In every use of official power, the president is now a king, above the law. Never in the history of our republic has a president had reason to believe that he would be immune from criminal prosecution if he used the trappings of his office to violate the criminal law. Moving forward, however, all presidents will be cloaked in such immunity. If the occupant of that office misuses official power for personal gain, the criminal law that the rest of us must abide by will not provide a backstop. With fear for our democracy, I dissent.
Listen, I'm really angry and I'm scared. And let me start with scared. I disagree slightly with Ian because I worry that voters will not fully comprehend what the Supreme Court just handed Donald Trump. This trial is not going to occur before the election. And frankly, the lower court sorting out official acts from non-official acts, making sure you can't use any official acts to prove motive, making sure that the evidence of any official acts that would go towards the crime can't be admitted. But all of that will happen after, it will all come to rest after November 2nd. And I believed that voters would understand that their power it was taken away, their freedom was taken away in Dobbs. This is a whole nother level of power grabbing from the people.
She said that Trump could organize Navy SEAL 6 to assassinate a political rival. Okay. She said he could organize a military coup to hold on to power. Okay. This is all pretty wild, man. Okay. Now, we're talking about a president who had no war under his administration, best economy ever. All right. Brought back our troops from overseas. We're talking about total peace here. All right. Created the Abraham Accords, but they're telling you that this is the same guy who's going to assassinate his political rivals. All right. Why would they say that? Why would she say that? It's what they call a dog whistle. All right. They're alerting everybody that, this could be very bad for them. Only criminals are actually scared to get caught. They're only the ones that are scared. Conservatives, we're never afraid. We're never terrified of anything. But the liberals are always very terrified and very scared. For some reason, we all know. But that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to make it seem like, Trump is going to behave like a Hitler or somebody and gather everybody up in concentration camps. Funny, that's what I think that they'll do to us, actually. Because we can see where this is going. We're in 2 proxy wars. Our safety is just not guaranteed under the Biden administration, and we can see why. It's very clear after watching the debates. We all knew this, but now they can see it. The whole world could actually see it if they haven't been watching closely. But you can see Biden's performance, and that explains everything. It literally explains everything. I don't think that they thought that Trump would take that debate. I don't think that they really thought that he would do that, especially under all the terms and conditions that they set. But surprise, Trump took it. And, I believe that behind the scenes, there is a 3D chess being played. All right. So we're watching very closely. We're analyzing the situation, and we're going to see what it looks like here. But he's going to send Navy SEAL 6 team to, it just doesn't seem likely from Donald Trump. All right. It really doesn't. Like, literally, I really believe that our best revenge is our success. Literally. People just want to be able to survive, and people want America first policies. That's what we're very interested in. We're very interested to have our borders closed. We want to see justice being served to criminals. That's all this is about. But if you're a criminal, you should be scared. You should be very terrified. You should be very terrified, because a president that is about law and order won't stop until he gets law and order. All right. And he knows how to use the justice system. All right. That's what it's there for. All right. It's there to be used in the right way, not the wrong way, like weaponizing it against your political opponent around election time. Hello. I think that that's absolutely ridiculous. OK. But on another note, Joe Biden is losing his support. All this is happening all at once. It's very hard to keep up with everything that's going on. So I got you a couple of clips here. I want to show you this next clip of Joe Biden's supporters slipping away in Hollywood and threatening to stop funding him.
All right, President Biden's not so Oscar-worthy performance at last Thursday's debate reportedly has Hollywood donors in a panic. According to the trade publication Variety, they are threatening to withhold funding from all Democrat candidates unless Joe drops out. Actor Dennis Quaid endorsed Donald Trump, and he joins us right now with coffee in hand. Dennis, good morning to you.
Hey, how are you, Steve?
I'm doing okay.
Good to see you.
So what do you make of these Democrats? The Democrat Party right now is in crisis because they're going, after Thursday, he could actually leave. And some of the rich ones are going, no more money.
Well, it's they're in a quandary about that, because what do they do with the money that they've already received if he drops out? He's going to give that. People gave that money to Biden and voted for Biden. And if he drops out, it's kind of disenfranchising millions and millions of people who voted for him.
Yep.
All right. Not good for Beijing Biden. Not good. Hollywood, some of his biggest donors. And they just raised like $25 million in Hollywood. Okay. Yeah, they're going to cut support. I don't understand why these people still supported him up until that point. Like it's almost like they weren't paying attention. I mean, I know that there's some of the global elites who know what's going on, but to all of a sudden say we're going to stop supporting them after this debate. Like, where they been? Where you guys been, Hollyweird? Where have you been? Why didn't you know that Joe Biden was slipping away a long time ago? If I could see it many, many years ago, how come you're just finding out? They didn't get the emails. Maybe Hillary Clinton destroyed the emails. Y'all didn't get it. It's crazy. You're just figuring this out. So I'm just curious. The only question I have is who actually never knew that Joe Biden was this bad off, and who knew Joe Biden was this bad off and still went with it. Okay, because some people like Joy Reid, like I showed you the clip earlier, still want to support Joe Biden. Like AOC, they still want to support Joe Biden. These people we know that they're absolutely crazy glue. All right, we know they're crazy glue. But there's some people who apparently just found out that Joe Biden is crazy. All right, and he couldn't put two sentences together. What were they doing? Are they that busy playing in movies that they didn't know that Joe Biden was a sloth? I don't get it. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. I'm glad you watched. I'm glad you're back. Come back again. I love you.